Okay, here is the other Amaro that I got. This one is called Frack Amaro Serale, which means like evening Amaro, kind of toward evening. Um, this one is by the same people, this Vecchio Magazzino Doganale, I think the same people that produce Jefferson Amaro Importante. So this is by the same people. That one's pretty nice. That one's got like nice citrusy flavor to it, with some depth of flavor as well. This one is described as being kind of, it looks like it's wine based. They say that it has like first like bitterness, then there's like depth of flavor, and then a winey base fortified by unique spices. So something interesting. I don't know if I've had like a wine based Amaro before, to my knowledge. So curious to try this now. I'm not a big wine drinker, but I do like good Amaro. So give this a try. Let's see. Figure out how to open it. Oh, there we go. I should have done this before. 1 second. All right, so I finally got that off. So yeah, it's got a cork. Smell. You don't really smell. It doesn't smell like wine. Like wine is like kind of like a sour kind of smell to it. Pretty distinctive. This just smells like an Amaro. You get some of those like same kinds of spices you find in most Amaro. Kind of smells a little bit like Chinar or something. You get that on the nose. Not much alcohol on the nose, mostly the like bitter spices. And pour that out here. It's kind of the same color as like Jefferson is. That like kind of amber brown, kind of like a not too dark beer. I don't know what like beer variety is that color, but somewhere between like a Pilsner and like a stout. So yeah, it's a nice color there. So let's give it a try. Huh. You know, you can tell that that is wine based from the flavor. Like, instead of having kind of like that, pure like kind of bitter alcoholic combination on the base, you get kind of like the fruitiness of the wine, but it's really well balanced in there. Like, it doesn't taste like a fortified wine or something, which is what I was a little bit wondering if that's what it'd be like, because again, I've never really had wine-based Amaro before. And in fairness, I think it's not necessarily like wine-based. Like I think it's kind of like wine is mixed into the like grain alcohol or whatever they use here based on the ingredients that I can see here. So a lot of things don't list the ingredients. But yeah, that's very good. That the wine actually gives it like a nice brightness. You don't really get, I don't get the like tannins or whatever you normally get out of a wine. Like my mouth does not feel particularly dry right now, and you get like, it is pretty alcohol forward. I guess the wine is like mixed in with the alcohol, so it's not like entirely wine, so it loses, or I don't say loses, I feel like loses makes it sound like a bad thing. But I guess it like kind of like balances out some like the more wine characteristics and allows like the Amaro characteristics to come in. That's really good. I think the like actual like flavor profile is more bitter forward, and then the wine comes in and kind of like mellows it out a little bit. That is pretty nice. That's pretty nice, even as a non-wine. Like, not that I hate wine and won't ever drink it, but it's like I go for a beer before I go for a wine. But that's nice. I think it like doesn't have like the sharpness or the like tannins, that kind of thing that a wine usually has. So it ends up being like very pleasant, actually. Yeah. Get a little bit of like grape and a little bit of sourness, but it's very subtle. Aftertaste is like more fruity than I think a lot of Amaros are. And I think that again is like the wine coming through, but that's pretty good. Yeah, I don't know how to describe it. It's almost like you took Chinar and wine and mixed them together. Not one to one, but like it's got a lot of the like kind of warm spice quality that Chinar has, but just a little bit of that kind of tartness, I guess, just a tiny amount that the wine is bringing to the table. Um, that is pretty good. It's pretty sweet, kind of like Chinar, not like super insanely sweet. It's 24%, so a little bit more alcohol than something like Chinar has. That is pretty typical for an Amaro to be like in the 20% range. So yeah, that is very pleasant. That's very drinkable, pretty smooth, and has some complexity going on there. Has some bitterness, which is always good. So yeah, I would definitely. I like this one. I would recommend this one. This Frack as well. I think I've yet to have one that I didn't like, except maybe Fernet, which I didn't record a video of me trying. But on the others, I think there's a lot going for it. This one's quite good as well, so definitely worth a try.